It's me again.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name's Jake Swartzy. Thank you for clicking this video. Today we are at Wellman Golf Course here in Wellman, Iowa. Thank you, Braden, for the suggestion. This was me when I was looking at my phone when he commented that.
Yeah. Ah. Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
This is a strange course. I'm not gonna explain why it's strange. You'll just have to see when we get there. But anyways, today we are walking because I do not have a cart out here. But let's walk to the first tee box, which is up here. It's also good to get my exercise in when I can. All right, so straight off the bat, we have a par 4. Literally just dead straight up the middle there. And as you can see, I mean, you can kind of see where the tee box is, but it is very tall grass here, and looking ahead, there is no defining fairway. So that's the first thing about this course, is it's kind of all the fairway. As you will see as we play the course, basically everywhere is in play. There is no out of bounds unless you hit it right. So you got this hole, the next hole over there, and a hole right here. If you hit it right, that's like the only way you'll lose your ball. There is no water here, so I mean, I do got a creek right in front of me, but I'm not, if I hit it in there, that's kind of on me, if you catch my drift. But just like I said in the last video, I think the breakfast ball still applies. I'm gonna take a breakfast ball if I need it, unless this is a good drive. Shout out good for the head cover. So as I said before, the tee boxes are very tall grass, so it is kind of hard to tee off with a driver. I know I tend to like my ball teed up higher than the average person. I will be applying a shot tracer in this video, so let me know in the comments if you like the shot tracer, if you don't like the shot tracer. I think the shot tracer should help. All right, let's just grip it and rip it. So that went in the middle. I just caught that tree right there, which is the only bad thing about it. You know, this could be breaking the rules here. I'm gonna hit a second one, call it the breakfast ball. I will only take this if it goes straight and doesn't catch the tree. All right, we are not using the breakfast ball. And on we go. That literally snapped straight down and to the left. Maybe because I was too scared of hitting this big old tree. That is very unfortunate placement for a tree literally right in front of a tee box. Like, hey, let's plant a tree right in front of the tee box. But like I said, the first one was in play, so technically it's not cheating if I play that one. The slaws was coming straight for here. These dumb dandelions, dude. I swear I'm gonna lose my stuff. So my drive was drawing a little bit. It hit that. I want to say it came up and maybe landed right by the white marker. Maybe it went pretty far. I don't know. All right. So this is actually my first one. So that went a lot farther than I thought. I need to give myself some more credit. So red marker is the 100-yard stake. Nice smooth gap wedge. Barely see the yellow flag from up there, but we finally got some rain here this week, so I think the greens are gonna be a little soft. But had a good look at it. It's just straight. I don't even know why I gotta make a huge play here. That is right at it. That might be deep. I think that landed green. That might be just over. Let's see if I can maybe make a break. If I'm on, if that stayed on, that might have went. It is uphill, so I'm not gonna put it past it. I'm gonna be optimistic. I'm a little bit of a pessimist at sometimes, but let's be optimistic here. Now, before we get there and before I show you, this is where the course is totally strange and probably something you've never seen before, or even you probably never even knew that they did this. Yeah. Yeah. So this is Wellman Golf Course. They have sand greens. I don't know of many other courses that do this, but so this is what makes this course. So it really is kind of an easy course because of this aspect. Everything's sand, and it did rain yesterday, which probably helped. The sand was probably hard as a rock, but now it actually seems pretty soft. So what you do here is my ball landed right there. You can see there's a center strip to putt on that's flat. You take this string, all right? This is just geometry class or algebra. Grab the ball, and then you follow it out right there. Throw that to the side, and now you just make your putt. Like, there really is no reading this. I haven't been out here in years. It does look kind of wavy up and down. It should just be pretty straight for the most part. I know some of them do break, but not a lot. So we got a walk-away par there. Now, it is a very common rule that a lot of people that play here, as soon as they hit the green, they just basically take a 2-putt, but pretty much you just go for it to see if you can 1-putt it. Just because there is really no break, you don't really have to do that much for the greens here. But anyways, as I was saying, we're now on hole 2. It is just another dead straight par 4. You don't want to miss it right, so honestly missing it left is my play here. From back here, it's a par 5, but it's really a par 4. In my head, I'm like, is there really any par 5s out here? Technically there are, so then they can get that 35, 36 par, but they're really not. So we are still on track to break 40. I am still here to break 40, even though we got all this as a whole separate issue. We are still going for 40. So that literally just followed the tree line right there. That should have just dropped straight down. I didn't hear any trees. I should be okay from there. Shout out to this guy. I hit that ball just along that tree line. I think that sign did say 350, and it said from reds. It said in red, it's a par 5, but there's only one tee box. It said par 4 and then par 5. There's only one tee box. So maybe if you tee up farther back in the box, I don't know. It won't affect my score. I mean, it'll determine whether I say par or birdie. Like if I 4 this, it'll determine whether I say par or birdie, because if it's a par 5, then I technically birdied it. That looks, yep. So that's it. We are close. We got maybe 50 yards, 60 yards. Now here's the play. Usually on every golf course in the world, I would use my 60 degree here. But since it's sand, bump and run is a play. I don't want to play that way though, because it might mess up my real game when I go to a real course. I'm not going to use the 60, but I will use a soft gap wedge. It's going to be like a punchy gap wedge. I do want to get it on. That is the goal. So that did land in the sand. That's a nice thing though, you can see it splash. So we will have a putt for 3. If we're counting this as a par 5, I have an eagle opportunity, but if it's a par 4, this is just a birdie. We are currently even par. I'm even on the putting track. That is actually cool. I'm gonna count this as, let's just say, the birdie putt. I don't feel good calling this a par 5. So we got another tap in 4. So again, I will say I was a par 4, and I will just say that is par. So we are currently even. But now, coming up to the next hole, we have a nice little par 3. Just right there, 122 yards. This actually is kind of a fun hole. Just because it's sand, you know, this is probably the best opportunity for a hole-in-one. It is tough though with the sand, but I do like this hole a lot. It's funny because So they had sand to make the greens, but they don't have sand to make the bunkers, because as you can see, got a bunker right in front of the green and right next to it. That is funny to me. Anyways, just swing it good, put it on the green. Let's keep the par streak alive. So that is Splash City. We have a birdie look. That was very good. At first, it was fading back a little bit. That did start to fade back a tiny bit. I thought I was gonna pull that. It's always, for me, I know I'm an average golfer. I'm literally so average. So every time I hit the green on a par 3, it just feels that much better because I really don't do it that much. In the last video, back at Kelowna, my home course, I don't hit the green that often on a par 3. But I did give myself a good birdie look. It will be a far putt, but again, I just gotta put it straight. The sand might be uneven, but I'm too lazy to mess around with it. But we are gonna play by the rules, and I will use the string. It's also an unspoken rule out here not to walk on the actual putting part. This is for birdie, so I can't be that mad. What? Man, I'm literally speechless. Rarely am I left speechless. That left me speechless. What the hell? I'm not gonna let myself get mad over that. So we'll take a par there. That should have been a birdie. I'll play that back. As you can see, the pole or the flag is clearly angled, and on the side that it hit, it pushed it out. I'll take the par, but if this determines whether I break 40 or not, I will take the birdie on that. But we move on. So here again, we have about a 300-yard par 4. It is drivable. It's just dead straight. If you can kind of see that black sign, it's just right there. So we just got to hit it straight, because if I hit it right, I'm in the highway, and that is not a place I want to be, because you can't hit out of the highway. But no practice swing, just let it eat. So it went straight through that tree, but I might be hitting out from underneath the tree. It's in play. So that one was pretty low. It went straight through the tree here. I could see it bounce. It bounced, so it didn't go that far, but it probably did roll pretty good. The tree didn't take much off of it. I may be underneath one of these pine trees up here. I don't know yet. I wish I had a cart. So, see my ball down there? I have a bit of a dilemma, because I have to go over that tree to that green. This is gonna be a bit of a blind shot. This tree literally couldn't be any more in my way. Luckily, I wasn't really playing the punch shot at all anyways. If I'm this far out, I'm gonna try and chip it on the green, not in the hole. I mean, it'd be cool if I could hit in the hole. See, the nice thing about this course is, like I said in the last video, I actually like hitting out of this stuff because I feel like I can pick the balls cleaner. It just won't go as far. And if I hit it short, it'll still bounce and roll in, and I don't got to worry about where it goes because the sand will just stop it. But let's just take a nice smooth swing. We don't want to get crazy here. I hit it straight into that tree. Well, I chunked that. So now we got to put it close, which I have a solid chance of doing because I have sand in front of me. If I'd like to par. Oh, that ball just, some dude almost just hit me. Where'd that even come from? That came from way up there. It would be cool if I could par every hole, because then I could get a 36 here maybe. That would definitely be my personal best. We are gonna go gap wedge again though. it's a little risky to use a 60 here, because why would I chance the blade when I could use this when this is kind of a shovel? So let's just put this close. I'd like to get a par here. That'd be pretty cool. See, the sand saves you, because if on any given Thursday, today's a Thursday, that is rolling off every green, that might not even land on the green. We do have a par putt. I'm not gonna get in my head about it. I'm just gonna be nice, calm, cool, collected. It does swoop. We got some washboards here, so that might affect the speed. Just nice, smooth. Oh man. Nice little tap in. We got a 5 there. Got a little bogey. Could have been a par. Now we'll just have to birdie a hole to make up for that. This is looking to be a good round. We're starting off pretty strong here. So we're on hole 5. Got another par 4. Pretty much the same length as the last hole. About 2. Yo, that was Tucker. Shout out Tucker. Sick van, dude. Shout out Tucker. Insane dirt biker. But anyways, this is 294. Last hole was 295. Just dead straight. You can see it straight up there. Let's just hit a straight shot. Haven't really hit a straight shot yet today. Everything's drawing or just fading super low. I'd like to just catch this nice and pure. Again, I do not want to go in the highway. I literally have no idea where that went. I thought I saw it, but that was just a bird flying. That felt like I hit it pretty dang good. This unfortunately has to be a provisional only because I don't know where that ball went. This isn't even a sunny hole. I'm gonna wait for that car to drive by, because the last thing I want to do is fade this and have it perfectly land right in their windshield. Oh, man. That thing sounded like crap, but we'll have to find that first one. I'm really hoping we can. I'm hoping that one was good. It felt really good. Now the bad thing about this being 295 and not having a cart or knowing where the first ball went is I know if I hit it good, I can hit it at least 280, which puts me really close to the green. Well, here's a provisional I found. I'm just gonna go ahead and play this, just so that way I don't have to walk back and forth. I'm gonna hit this, but if I find the first one, I'm gonna play the first one. We're probably about 100 yards out, I'd say. Get there. That thing, I think, landed super short. I'm also hoping I can find my first one. No way. Noodle. Well, that is not what I hit first, but we will take it. Okay, we have yet another ball out here. If this is a Bridgestone, this is my first one. So this is a Bridgestone. My issue is I have a tree right here. Now this is where we can test to see how good my 60 skills are. My attempt is I'm gonna see if I can have an open face and just get it up above the tree. I mean, since we found this, we have to take it. It's all or nothing. It went up, but that is so short. That's not anywhere near. I mean, I did what I wanted it to do. I just didn't do enough. Maybe we can still walk away with a par here. This is only the third shot. That might be really close. Not cheating. Drop that right there. Now let's make a par, please. This is the closest putt I've had to do yet. I pulled the crap out of that. We got a bogey there. It's okay, we'll take a 5. To my knowledge, we're only 2 over through 5, so I'll take that. I'm not a pro, so I'm not expecting to par or birdie every single hole out here. That'd be ridiculous. But now coming up to hole 6, we got a par 4, 365 yards. This might be the longest hole on the course, maybe? Pretty much just straight over the left side of this tree. At least that's where I'm aiming. Where I'm actually gonna go is a totally different story. Because if you hit it good, that ridge up there is maybe like 270. And if I can get to the top of that, that'll give me for a good chip. That thing went really high. I mean, it's on top of that hill, but I know from up there, it's kind of a blind chip. So that will be maybe a punch shot, if I have to guess. We'll see if I'm right when I get up there. So that thing, I think, landed up right by where those trees start up there, which will give me a blind shot for the green, but it's not the worst spot. I could be down here. That would be the noodle. We're gonna have to get a little crazy with it because as you can see, these trees right here, they kind of angle to the left, which means the green is probably straight that way, right over it. So this is totally blind. I'm too lazy to walk over there to see where the green actually is. So this is going to be a full swing gap wedge. And we'll just have to see where this goes. Because I think it might be in between where that dead tree is and where this line of trees goes. I should have used my pitching wedge there. I caught that really fat. It didn't go very far. I know it's not near the green. We got some work to do. Okay. So I'm not even aimed anywhere close to where the green was. The green is way down there. My ball's over here. My ball is over here. As long as I hit the next chip straight, I'll be on the green. But this is almost getting a little far for my comfortability. See it right here? It's not a hard chip. It's just a little far. Probably a good 70 yards. I don't want to duff it like I did 2 holes ago. Oh no, I pulled it. That's gonna go so far. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That would have went over the green anyways. All I know is if I want to break my 40, this has to be put close and walk away with a bogey. So this is fairway, I think. There is no defining line for where fairway is. I just got to chip this pretty close if I want to walk away with a bogey. That looked like it literally bounced on top of the sand and just kept rolling. My ball did exactly what that dune game is. I do not want to walk away with a double here. Now the cup is kind of lifted out of the hole a little bit. If the cup hits the ball out of the way, as you can see right there, I'm gonna count that it went in. Go in, go in, go in. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes. We somehow saved a bogey there. I know saying save bogey shouldn't be in a sentence, but it is when you play with guys like me. So we got a bogey there after playing right and over the green the whole time. So coming up to hole 7, again, another weird thing. In white it says par 4, in red it says par 5. I'm still a little befuzzled because I don't really know exactly what this hole is. But if I hit it just right of the tree on the left right there, I should be pretty all right, as long as I rip it good. I mean, there really is no bad shot here. I can pimp it left, I can pimp it right. I'll still have a wide open shot right at it because there's nothing around it. Time to nut up or shut up. It's fading right to the middle. It should just curl right around that big bush. I caught that low on the face, so it stayed pretty low, but we should be pretty all right from up there. Now on this journey to breaking 40, means I have to shoot at least a 39. I'm currently 3 over unless hole 2 is a par 5 and this hole is a par 5. If I 4 this, then I technically birdie it. But on the journey, this could take the rest of the year. I could do this today. I'm hoping I can do it today because that would be really cool. Just a random Thursday. Because I've played for 8 years. I started my freshman year of high school. I didn't really play that much throughout high school. I would just play once every couple weekends, you know. Then I graduated high school, had no more sports to do, had nothing else to do besides golf. So now golf is my main hobby. And this year by far is my best year for golf. I'm shooting consistent low 40s. I predict by the end of this video, if I don't break my 40, it's still gonna be in the low 40s. Unless I absolutely fall apart on the next 2 holes. But anyways, that drive, it was fading kind of right in the middle. I thought it might have curled around this, but I couldn't really see it down. Did it really roll that far? I think I see it way up there. I think it really did roll that far. So it's right there. Red stake is right there. So again, we're about 100 in. I've been using the gap wedge for every shot. I feel like every second shot I've used the gap wedge, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the play that you do out here. So we got 100. Let's put this on. If we can, I'm gonna say birdie. It might technically be an eagle. I don't know. So the thing is, I'm saying I don't know whether it's par 4 or par 5 for hole 2 or this hole. I won't know that until I add up the score. Because like say I birdie this, if I get a 4 here, that's a birdie on a par 5. But it's a par for a par 4. But I don't know what the par is. I mean, they have to call those par 5s because they only have 2 par 3s on the course and everything else seems like a par 4. But they have to have 2 par 5s to make it that 36. So in my head right now, I'm thinking this is a par 5. And if I put this on, I have another eagle putt. So I think on hole 2, I birdied it. Roll. Oh. So I hit that pretty short. It would have been cool to get an eagle, but I'm not that good. I've never gotten an eagle in my life. We can still walk away with a birdie here if I chip this pretty close. Where'd it go? That got a lot closer than I thought it did. I might go 60 degree here just so I can kind of get it close. But I feel like I hit my 60 degree the straightest out of all the clubs in my bag. So that is why I will be using it. The goal is for a birdie here. Oh my gosh, dude. You've got to be kidding me. The ball landed in the putting path, so it made it just bounce extra far. And then again, it duned up and over the sand. This is for birdie. I would like to make this. So we're gonna give it a good attempt. The kid is gonna give a good attempt here. Go in, go in. Yes! Yes! Thank you. So we birdied that. That was a long putt for birdie. I will take the 4 there. After an unfortunate event of my chip shot hitting the hard path, I managed to walk away with a birdie there. That is phenomenal. Oh man, it feels good to get a birdie. That's 2 birdies today, right? Nothing feels better than getting your first birdie of the day. But anyways, we are on hole 8. It is a par 4. This seems kind of long. It curls around. You can hardly see it, but it's just straight down there. It's a curler, so this hole really does help me. So if I can kind of force like a strong, like a powerful draw, that should be down there because it is downhill. I'm gonna be aiming for that tree and hoping it just curls a little bit left. That is a moon ball, but it went straight. Well, it landed exactly where I was aimed. So how mad can I really be? That'll leave me for a long chip, but it's doable. This might be the first shot of the day where I actually do a low punch shot. I teed that thing up way too high in the air. It's just hard to judge it with the tee, with the grass being this tall, because it feels like the tee box feels like I'm just hitting it off the fairway, essentially. And I'm using fairway loosely there. Luckily, it literally landed even with the tree and just bounced like a couple feet to the left. The only bad thing about the punch shot, hitting a low punch shot, is if it does hit the sand, I'm getting super unlucky right now where it's catching every little wave. And then it just causes it to roll super deep, giving me a long like 12-foot putt. I'm gonna hit a pitching wedge. I'm gonna kind of just hit a regular pitch shot, hoping to land it short because I don't want to catch those trees right there. Curl back. Well, that'll give me another close chip. We're just gonna have to try and shoot for par here. Unless I chip in. It looks like it. Sometimes you get lucky here. Sometimes you can chip it right next to the green, and you can chip it even with the putting surface. So then when you chip it, it like gives you the best opportunity to chip in. Because honestly, chipping in on these greens really isn't that easy because, again, it's sand, and it gives you like 2.5 feet of putting surface, of actual like rollable surface. My only worry is if I go for the attempt to chip it in and I hit the flat putting strip, my ball is gonna land and just, it's just gonna roll all the way to the back, giving me a long putt for par. So I almost wanna, as much as I wanna go for it, I think I'm just gonna land right next to the putting surface. That way I can just take a walk away putt. Again, I'm gonna go the 60. The 60 is my best chipping club. So yeah, I just kind of want to land it either right there or right there. I'm thinking the left side, because my fear is hitting it right there and then just watching it roll all the way to the rake. So I'm gonna try and put this close, but not on the landing strip. Well, that'll be kind of doable. Nice little par putt. Let's put this in. Smoke that thing. Tap and bogue. Walking away with a bogey there. Feels all right. It feels better since I got a birdie on the last hole. It is unfortunate when I had a par look, but I'm not gonna cry about it. It is a little bit of a jaunt from hole 8 green to hole 9 tee box. Oh shoot! You're good. Oh shoot! Oh my gosh! See if I can find that guy's ball for him. We're good Samaritans out here. We help each other out. Whew. There, we just saved that guy's day. That's a chrome soft. Oh, that's funny. Good guy though. He yelled 4 almost after it hit me. So coming up to the final hole of Wellman Golf Course, we got a par 3. It is 180 yards, just dead straight. All the holes are pretty much dead straight besides the last one. I'm feeling a nice smooth 7-iron.
I didn't get you, did I?
No, you just barely missed me. Were you hitting a chrome soft?
Yeah.
Yeah, I found it, so I just I put it back in the grass right by that tree over there.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. No, it's pretty funny, but no, I got your ball for you down there, so yep. You have a good one. That's honestly funny. You can't be mad about that because I do the same stuff. I changed my mind. We're going 6-iron. We're pulling out the I-230 in the Callaway X Hot set. Oh my gosh, that is straight at it. Oh my gosh, we splashed. We splashed. This could just be me getting ahead of myself. But usually when you're on the green, it's almost always a 2-putt. This is like the one place I won't 3-putt at all. So I almost want to say this is a walk-away par. And we might be getting a birdie here though. The goal is a birdie. I don't know what the final score is gonna be. I've had 4 bogeys, but I've had 2 birdies. It feels just like an average round. I don't know how close I am to breaking 40, but I don't want to risk it. I almost have to make this for the birdie. It'd also just be cool to get 3 birdies in the same round. It would also be pretty unfortunate if this is my second YouTube video, and I started this journey of wanting to break 40, and I break 40 in the second YouTube video. This is a long putt, but I do want to make it. I don't know what the score will be if I make it versus don't make it. All I know is if I just put it close, it's a walk-away par. Keep rolling. Got a par. Finishing the last hole with a par. I really wanted the birdie, but I can't be mad at a par. It's not like a par is gonna ruin my score. But I will meet you guys back at the car for the final tally. So guys, after the final tally, we shot a 38. That is unbelievable. That is by far the best round I have ever played in my life. But I am not considering the journey over. I will consider the journey over when I break 40 at a golf course with grass greens instead of sand greens. Now sure, I can cross that off the bucket list that I broke 40 for the first time in my life, but I am not considering that breaking 40 on a real golf course. Now we played a hell of a round today. We had a little bit of some rough holes, but we had some great putts to come back with that. The greens definitely make this course a lot easier, as you can see. Now I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but I am not considering the journey over. Yes, I did break 40, but I want to break 40 at a course with grass greens, because as you saw in my last video, I 3-putted 3 times. Now 3 putts are easily still in my game. I had no 3 putts today. So the day that I break 40, either at Kelowna or at a random golf course, the journey will be over. But I am still playing the journey. I am still looking for that 40. Now this is phenomenal, but I want it to be real. But anyways, thank you guys for watching the video. My name is Jake Swartzy. I'm just an average golfer looking to play some average golf. I am on the journey to break 40. I shot a 38 today, but I want to do it on a course with grass greens. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I had playing it, and I will see you guys in the next one.